Oh, hello. I'm Arthur Borromel. Today we'll be going on a quest. A quest as old as time itself. I speak, of course, of the quest for sandwiches. A quest that has brought unity to mankind over the years, uniting black, white, Hispanic, Asian, bread, cheese, chips, falafel. Our quest begins 15 minutes ago as two modern hominids decide to embark on the quest of their forefathers, the quest for sandwiches.
I'm craving a big, long, 6-inch Subway sandwich. Let's go.
As we see in this exciting episode, the migration begins. The creatures have already piled into their strange motor device and have started traveling across the vast tundra in search of sandwiches. The first recorded quest for a sandwich was undertaken by the Earl of Sandwich in 1598. He traveled in a massive submarine which could also fly. He called it the Subway. It is this magnificent machine that the modern sandwich chain is named for. Where once the Earl of Sandwich had to travel thousands of miles in his flying submarine, now one only has to walk through the door. I'll just get ham and turkey like I got last time. Lettuce and tomato. Getting hungry? I know I am. That's because sandwiches today are prepared with only the best of ingredients, where once they were prepared primarily with stones and Jews. Where once the most popular beverage with a sandwich was a tall glass of dinosaur urine, now there are a variety of beverages available, including sugar-based soft drinks, diet soft drinks, and Sierra Mist, which is a beverage based in goat urine. Once sandwiches were usually seen as a reward for religious piety or perhaps extreme moral devotion, Subway and sandwiches in general are seen more as a party, as demonstrated by the wild gesticulation. Just as my forefathers did millions of years ago, I buy... Oh, thanks. Well, I was going to buy a cookie, but now, unlike my ancestors before me, I have one for free. Thanks to the guy who just walked away.
There you go.
There he is. Get a shot of it. The strange markings on the wall of the modern subway are actually a pictorial story. Much like hieroglyphics in ancient Egypt, these panels tell the story of the creation of the first sandwich by Jesus Christ almost 500 years ago. Jesus Christ, a young time traveler from the year 2050, traveled back in time to the 11th century, where he became the conqueror of Rome. While ruling Rome, he created the sandwich as a means of pacifying its later territories. This is how the sandwich we know today was born, and also, coincidentally, how Rome became the ruler of the future. That was our exciting trip into the world of Subway. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I'm Arthur Borromel, and I'm obsessed with sandwiches. Perceptive viewers among you have noticed that in the restaurant I was offered a cookie, free of charge. This, in the primitive hominid culture, usually represents a desire to mate with the free cookie recipient. Of course, when you're Arthur Borromel, learning to deal with people that want to mate with you is just part of the territory. I get it a lot. Ladies, I'm talking to you. Oh, hello again. I'm still Arthur Borromel. And there's only so much you can learn from me as a disassociated narrator about the quest for the sandwich. Sure, I can provide you with historical information and completely inaccurate musings about my sex life. But there's one thing I can't provide you with, first-hand experience. So let's talk a little bit to those people who have lived the dream, the people who have embarked on the quest for the sandwich.
Yeah, I first got involved in the quest for the sandwich when a good friend of mine named Michael, he came to me with a free sandwich at Subway. And, you know, at first, I didn't know what to think. I was like, what, a free sandwich? I'm like, what more can you ask for in the sandwich quest? So I was hooked at that point. I mean, I didn't care about my weight. I had no issues of weight problems like Jared. I just wanted free sandwiches. And luckily, I found a good connect, and he gave me more free sandwich passes, and I've been an avid free sandwich getter from Subway ever since.
Yeah, I mean, how can everyone describe the experience in Subway? I mean, you can't really put it in words. It's more like just the flow of it, the experience. Gets me thinking, the cold, wet ham and turkey, lettuce, tomato, things of that other stuff. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, but I love it. Just, I don't know, I can't think of words how to describe this magical experience. I mean, next to the perfect pancake, Subway has changed my life forever.
I know, the best thing I like about Subway would probably be having a Mexican make a sandwich for me. Because, I don't know, I thought they only made tacos. I mean, I don't know, it's just such a mind-blowing experience to know that those kinds of racial barriers have finally been bridged. And I don't know, it gives me a good feeling to know that there are Mexicans that make sandwiches. And I don't know, it's, you know, it just gives me such a feeling of warmth and brotherhood that, I mean, on Christmas, that's where we go to open presents, because it's such a heartwarming experience.
Sandwiches are like dirty Mexicans, because they stink. I don't know. As a mobile, my experiences with Subway have been somewhat limited, but after sitting here and hearing everybody talk about it so much, it sounds like a really great place. If I had a digestive tract, I'd eat there.
Well, I like eating at Subway. It tastes so good.
My Subway experiences have been very scary. Like, 5 different guys that worked there thought I was like so much older, and they tried to rape me.
Of course, not all Subway experiences are like Ronnie's. They don't all end with brutal rape. Just most of them. I prefer to think of it as surprise sex myself. It's been an exciting adventure, now that our stomachs are full and our hearts are overflowing with joy. It's time to leave this quest for the sandwich and the interesting history behind it. But what does the future hold for the sandwich? Holograms, perhaps? Robots? Paste inside the sandwich that can control the weather. All of these are being worked on by valuable scientists at this moment in time. Perhaps the next few years will be a golden age of the sandwich. We can only hope. Be sure to join me, Arthur Borromel, next week for our documentary, Running on Empty, The Quest for Gasoline.